Hello, thank you so much for that. Yes, I am Cousin Catnip. You might know me or may not know me from anything. So, yes, we have an exciting run here. Sonic Mania, Sonic and Tails New Game Plus. I'm sure Argit will do the proper intro. But right off the bat here, we have a donation from Hypnotics, $5 USD. We got great to see some next-gen Sonic runners battling it out for a good cause. Good luck, gamers. All right, I'm going to pass it on over. Let's get this started. And we got some great runs today. Let's check it out.
All right, thanks for that. Welcome to this Sonic Mania, Sonic and Tails New Game Plus run. Now, the main difference here between New Game Plus and anything else that we have here is that we will already start with the Chaos Emeralds. This means that we're not going to see any of the special stages, but our runners are going to be able to use their stuff right from the start. So we're going to see those 50 rings, we're going to see those Supersonic. It is going to be fantastic. Just waiting for our runners here, making sure we are ready to go.
Oh, that's Mushy. Okay. Hello.
Are all right? You ready, Parker? You good to go? I think we're all ready to go. So we are going to switch ourselves right. I'm going to give you a countdown. Once you see one, we're going to go for it. Are you ready, runners? 3, 2, 1, and go. So hopefully our runners here will be ready to go. We're going to run our way through the runs here. We'll see just how well things are going to turn out. From starting with Green Hill, as always, Green Hill 1 here. Great run to open up the level with. It's going to be even better when we have Sonic Mania here with the Chaos Emerald. So these runners are going to be trying to get themselves straight up to 50 rings as quickly as they can. And when they finish, they should be good to go. Still waiting to see if Mushy's going to start the run here, though. Mushy, go, go, go! I don't think Mushy's been able to hear that we're ready to start the run. Hopefully we'll get Mushy started soon. Not at all. Alright, so you can see the boss here on Parker's screen, getting the Supersonic, taking the boss out really quickly there. Nice and easy, nothing to worry about on that side. No idea where Mushy is at the moment. Yo, Mushy, we need you to do the run, buddy! The run is gone, the race is here! What is happening? I think Mushy might be AFK at the moment, but not to worry, we're on Green Hill 2 here with Parker. You can see, there we go. Hopefully Mushy ready to go, start this race. A little bit behind. Gonna have some catching up to do, but we should be good to go. There we go, Mushy starting on the Green Hill 1. As we see Parker running through the Green Hill 2 here. Getting those rings. Going to use the Fire Shield though, and rather than transforming at the moment, because we have the Speed Shoes. Speed Shoes plus the Fire Shield is actually faster than Supersonic. Going to be going up to the top route here, going to bounce off a few enemies, then not having to go for the bonus stage because we're already ready, heading to our boss, of course, which is the Death Egg Robo, transforming into the boss here. Going to be completely invincible, allowing us to run our way through towards the end here. Nice boss fight there. Going to fly with our buddy Tails, making sure we go up. Going to grab the capsule there and actually take everything that you're looking forward to. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So you see Mushy now, Mushy coming up, catching up, doing that first boss right there. Has an act to try and catch up on. It'll be very interesting to see how this turns out in the grand scheme of things. Alright, on to Chemical Plant Act 1 right now. We're going to see a nice, awesome route here because we don't have to go for the big rings. So what we're going to be seeing is the IL route in this stage. We're going to build up as much speed as we can, then we're going to do a blind jump here. Clicking, you see some pause buffering just to make sure we get those jumps on those loops to try and gain as much speed as we possibly can. Get the right jump out of the loop, allows you to go super, super fast, keeps the energy. And we're going to jump down here. Let's see if we get a nice big jump up to the top here. Getting the jump over, making sure we skip all the water segment. Looking quite good here for Parker. While Mushy on the top row, using the Supersonic transformation there just to keep the invincibility. Making sure not getting hit by the Moto Bug. Allowing Mushy to run through. And then fall down the bomb there, but unfortunately landing on the item box, giving him an unnecessary bounce. Trying to get through this as quickly as possible. As Mushy uses Supersonic there to get to the end of Green Hill 2. We've got Parker at the end of Chemical Plant 1. Again, New Game Plus means all these bosses generally quite easy. Not having to worry about any of the mechanics whatsoever because you're invincible with Supersonic. So running our way through here. Onto Green Hill. Green Hill done for Mushy there. We've got Chemical Plant Act 2 now. We got Flubber. Flubber is this lovely little green liquid that you're seeing Parker bounce on there. You have got different types of Flubber. You've got the light blue Flubber, gives you a small bounce. The green Flubber, where it gets its name, giving you a big bounce. Purple Flubber is sticky, and you don't want to touch the dark blue Flubber. The dark blue Flubber is going to give you damage. So we're going to come through trying to close that 1-act gap right now between Mushy and Parker here. Parker not getting the little jump over there, going to make sure we're going down into the blue tube. This is a vertical stage. Trying to make an early cycle here. Might be able to still make it. We'll see what happens with the speed. Getting those loop jumps down and round though. Looking very, very nice. Here comes our super transformation. Now going to be invincible throughout the rest of the level here. Unfortunately, not quite getting the bounce onto the syringe there to turn the light blue flubber into the green flubber that we need. Going to get our jump over once again. I'm going to do it. I'm going to see Snipey, no Snipey here. Doesn't matter. Gets the jump up there. Gets the nice drop dash as well into the blue side of the tube once again. Going to hold the jump button to bounce off the item box and run our way up to the top. Meanwhile, Mushy in the boss fight. So we've got about maybe a 2 to 3 minute difference here at the moment. So spin dash jump, going to just jump all the way over there. That's allowing Parker to skip over certain sequence there. Normally you have to loop back in yourself, but Supersonic's increased speed and jump height used to full effect. Almost getting crushed there though. That would have been quite bad if that actually happened on this one. Not what you want to see there, not at all. As we're going to run our way through this stage, going to come in and see what happens as we come through to the end here. We do have the Mean Bean Machine on its way. The question is, will the Mean Bean Machine be very nice, or will it be the Salt and Dish and Puyo Machine? Let's find out. So we're going to go down, we're going to go through and see what we're doing. Of course, this is Puyo Puyo. You want to match forward to get rid of them and send the junk to the other side. What we're aiming for here is either a stairs combo or a hailfire combo. The question is, how is this going to work out? We'll have to wait and see. It is all RNG, but we are getting the beginnings of a stack here, which is nice, but not getting the pieces that we're looking for right now. Parker aiming to use the purple as the chain here. Getting the double yellow, which is nice. That purple blue is perfect, but it's just been blocked off. But that's all right, because we can use the purple, get the blues on top of that, so we should be good to go. Meanwhile, though, we've got Mushy catching up on the other side here. Not having enough range to transform into Supersonic right now, but can do the stage. Just falling short there on the jump, unfortunately. And then going down the blue tube here. We're trying to see if Parker here is going to be able to get that chain now. We just need the one more purple. This should be a good chain. Slightly slower than Parker would have liked, but this should be enough to drop down. Gives you a nice combo. That's a beautiful segment. That's going to be a dead boss. So we're going to go through. We're going to go in this area. See what is going to happen. Again, going to jump up and through on Mushy's side here. Oh, and it's a crush by Mushy. You don't want to see it. That's not what you want to see at all. Unfortunately, having that crush means back to the checkpoint. Meanwhile, Parker finishing the stage is solidifying the lead right now, going into Studiopolis Zone, the first unique zone of the video game, immediately heading towards the left to get up onto the platform cycle up the top here, which is very, very nice. Coming around the bottom side, though, we're going to see some loop jumps here. Building up that speed, going to stay on the top right as much as we can. Getting through those bumpers there very, very nicely. A 13-second position is good. Checkpoint achieved. Going to just grab the rings up the top here. Not really going to worry about anything. Going to grab the speed shoes. We'll be keeping hold of the speed shoes once we go through the spinball van, as we see Mushy coming up into the Puyo Puyo area. So is the Puyo Puyo going to be good enough? That is the question. Can see Mushy get a transformation probably fairly soon. Parker gets the rings there, not getting transformation until the speed shoes has ran out maybe. Gets up the top there. Safety transform. Nope, going with the spin dash. Opting up the top here. This is where we should see it. Nope, rolls under. Just going to wait. Gets the pause jump there. Going straight through. Should get the transform into the boss fight now, as we see Mushy into the Puyo. Looking for a similar set here. Using blue as the color of choice. Has a red piled up on the other side. Does not have a good purple going at the moment. Has a weird combo. Looks like the blues are being sparse though, which is not what you want to see, because when you pick the chain color, if that color does not show up, you are in trouble. So we're going to get the blue on that side. That is now going to give us a chain on here. Trying to build up the yellow on the other side as well. Has a good chain on the yellow on that side. Just needs to grab the yellow to go through it, as we see Parker on the boss fight. This boss fight is an auto-scroller boss fight. You just got to wait for the missiles to get a top missile, a bottom, or a middle missile. You want to see as many tops as you can. Getting a nice one there for Parker. And we just fly with our buddy Tails just to run towards the end of the stage. Repeat that 4 times. Mushy getting lucky with the drops there on the garbage, but there's the boss gone, coming through towards Studiopolis 1. So it's a 1-act lead right now going on. So let's see how this goes. As we're going to go through now, we're going to hold our way on towards the end of the stage. This is good for Parker. Studiopolis 1 on this as well. Let us see what happens. Let's see how this goes. So we're seeing a different route here from Mushy. Mushy going for the IL route, going for that middle area, using the jumps, getting the lightning shield early. That is a very smooth route for Mushy there. That is a beautiful movement. Love to see it. That's definitely going to save some time compared to Parker taking the top route on that one. But we're going to see how it goes, getting the transformation there as well. Very clean segment by Mushy. Now, Parker does not have the lightning shield coming into Act 2, so this is going to change up the routes a little bit. We'll have to see what this does for Parker. I've also been informed, folks, that we are going to be seeing in updated time, going to be distracted from Mushy's side at the end of it. So hopefully, we'll see who goes the faster real time at the end of this. Unfortunately, Parker there not having the lightning shield means not getting a lot of rings towards the start of this section. Only opt to try and get a nice boost off the side there. We're going to be lacking a little bit of rings. Should get enough by the end of this section. Opting for the ramp jump. Going to see if we don't get hit with the bugs down into the cable. Round we go. So we're going to just be at 43. That gives you 51. That is nice. We should see a transformation happening soon. Opting for the spin dash strat instead. We're going to see transformation towards up the top there. Using the transformation there to save just to hit the spring there. Very, very nice. So we have Mushy in the RNG boss fight. Again, it's an auto scroll. I just have to wait. There's not really much chance to gain or lose time on this segment. Let's see the route that Mushy's going to take. Going to do the jump up to the top there. Not getting the jump cleanly enough. Going to jump all the way over onto the spikes. All the way over using the invincibility to his advantage. Doesn't get the bump into the secondary. They're going to have to drop dash up there a little bit slower. Not as clean as Parker would have liked. As we run our way through, coming around now to the other side. Gets that drop down. We're going into our boss fight. This boss fight, we're going to have our characters grab tails. And then we're going to make sure we go all the way. So we're going to just jump up, transfer the supersonic invincibility onto Tails, hang in his hitbox. And that is going to be everything that you want to see. Nice boss. Already done. Head off to the flying Barry. Mushy finally getting through Studiopolis 1 there as well. This is going to mean that Mushy will have the lightning shield to start Studiopolis 2. This will make the starting slightly quicker for Mushy. Should be able to make up some time here as well as getting supersonic earlier. However, is it enough? We're about to find out. And Barry 1 here for Parker. We are going to go the bottom route on this stage, but we're going to make sure we don't do Sonic 3 strats because the platforms are not in the same space. Not getting burnt there on the butt. Should be going for the fire shield hidden on the side there. Very nice. Down to the bottom side, having a look at Mushy. Mushy going up for the top route here. Going to be grabbing a big ring. Going to be getting extra rings here. Going to be able to transform into Supersonic immediately. So there's a nice 93 there. Fire shield dash coming out from Parker on the other side. Keeping an eye on the overall times here on the run. Not opting for the lightning shield. Instead, going to go for the lightning shieldless route with supersonic. This is going to be interesting because the lightning shield in this stage allows you to magnetize to the ceilings. So we'll have to see what route Parker is going to be going for here. However, we've got the crushers coming out. Going to be very careful. It's a 43 to a 48 cycle. So we're seeing the 48. It should launch up. Parker not getting squished, which is good. Going down towards the bottom, needs to get the drop dash out there. Does get the drop dash on the 1, drop dash on the 2, so that is smooth there. We're seeing Mushy also going for the top route on Studiopolis here. Not going for the jumps on the other side though, opting just to take the bounces. A much cleaner segment there compared to what Parker had, so that should definitely save extra time. Speaking of the time here, coming up to the bottom side, they're not getting the spring onto the spikes there. Going to jump all the way up, going to get the checkpoint at a 117. Not a bad time there at all. We're going to the boss fight. We're going to use our buddy Tails once again just to fly up, hang into the boss's hitbox. Although Tails has dropped, so we're just going to have to go for the 6 jumps instead. But Supersonic is high enough, so we don't have to worry about it, which is always good to see. Alright, so we're keeping a lookout at the rest of the stuff here. Keeping a look at our runners. The runners are going through. We're seeing the route here for Parker. Parker, interestingly, not going for the big ring. Not going to be hopefully getting the lightning shield. We're about to find out. Mushy's definitely saving up some time here on the lightning shield. Also not going for the lightning shield. So this is the lightning shieldless from both runners in Flying Battery 1 here. Mushy using the lightning shield maybe for Flying Battery 2. We'll have to wait and see. Parker definitely using it to full effect at the moment. Going to run our way through, going to jump our way down, see how this ends up turning out. Getting the nice spin dash on the roof there, which was fantastic. I think we're going to potentially see, I need to see, this is no major glitches, so I don't think the boss skip is going to be allowed, which makes me wonder why we haven't seen a super transformation. This is interesting. So coming through now, we shouldn't be seeing this one. As we're going to go through, there's the Super transformation now. A bit later on the transformation. So coming around up into the boss fight, as we said, boss skip is not allowed. It is no major glitches. We're going to run our way through, up to the top, now going on to the boss. Now let's see if Parker can handle this boss, as Mushy has just finished the boss in Flying Battery 1. So we're going to get just a number of jumps onto the side of the boss here. This boss is invincible to Sonic, but it's just a giant bumper. Not invincible to the spikes, though, that Eggman carelessly puts in the side of the arena. That is a beautiful one cycle there from Parker, making it hard for Mushy to try and catch up here. So we are going down, we're going in, we're going to see how this turns out in the grand scheme of things. Comes around on the other segment here. So we've got our lovely little, yep, going up, going through. Going round the other side. Big jumps up. And see how long this turns out. See what happens. We've got Parker now into Press Garden. We've got Mushy onto the other side right now. So we're going to see if we can get a zero cycle on Parker's side here. It's going to be very, very tight, as we're going to go and see. So we're going to go down to the bottom now. We're going to grab the big ring. Yep, that's definitely not going to make the zero cycle now, which is going to be unfortunate, but it is very, very, very tight. On the other side, though, we are seeing Mushy grabbing the Supersonic and going through the stage using Supersonic. This is what I'm normally used to seeing. This is what we aim to grab, and it is looking good. So we should be fine coming down to the bottom here. Definitely not getting the cycle on Parker's side, which is expected, but that is all right. Grabbing the first cycle, which is the cycle most runners grab. Again, another very vertically based stage here. Going to avoid the crushers as much as possible. As Mushy is heading up to the boss fight here, we're going to want to see if Mushy can also get a one cycle compared to what Parker just grabbed. So coming down the bottom, though, see how this goes. Well, Parker is racing through the rest of the stage here, knows exactly where he needs to go. Going to head up towards the boss. We're going to see if we get the drop dash up the vertical wall here. Almost vertical angle, gets the drop dash up they go, gets the quick one as well. Mushy, unfortunately, missing the one cycle on the boss there. Going to have to grab an extra hit there. 5 out of 6 hits there was slightly slower, so it's only going to lose maybe 3 to 5 seconds. So that's 3 to 5 seconds that Mushy right now can't afford. So we're coming up to the boss now. Org's favorite boss. Everybody make sure you wave to the boss here. Here comes the boss, comes in, gives us a nice little wave. Wave to the boss. Love the boss. We get to wave to the boss twice on this one. Gonna just jump over into his little hidey hole. Gonna get 6 hits nice and clean. As we see this one act lead still being held at the moment. Still being held. Alright, so jumping through, jumping in. Again, 1 minute 16 is what is going to be subtracted from the time to make sure we get the difference here. So it's a 1 minute 16 deficit that Mushy has to make up. Really, not a deficit at all, honestly. We still have plenty of stages left to go, and we'll have to see what happens. Getting the fire shield, though, in Press Garden Act 2 here. Parker's going to try and hold it for as long as he can, because he doesn't want to get frozen until he gets to a certain point in the stage. However, we can use Supersonic to negate the effects of that, or we might be seeing the big jumps. Let's see, we're at 43, so it looks like we're going to be seeing the fire shield right here. So as much as we're going to see Parker do a number of jumps here, gets the fall down, so we're going to have to spin dash back up to the top side. This is losing a lot of time here. Goes with the big spin dash instead, gets the fire there. That is not bad. That's a good backup. Poor Tails getting crushed, though. Surprised Sonic didn't get crushed at that moment. Straight jump up, though, looking very good. Getting around a 42-second boss fight here. Heavy Shinobi is going to be a case of who can stand in the hitbox the longest. 3 hits, then another 3 hits, and then a single 2, and that'll take that boss out. We have Mushy running down into the boss fight, so give that boss fight another wave. There's your boss fight, second wave of the run. Love to see it. Same again, going to jump into the fight there. Just going to take it out as quickly as we can. Away we go. Stardust Speedway is our next stage. Off to the Sonic CD. So Stardust Speedway's on here. We're going to see how our runners are going to handle this. Ideally, you want an early Supersonic transformation just to get past the Spike Room of Doom. But that might not be possible depending on the ring route that our runners are taking. Meanwhile, we have Mushy using the fire shield to full effect again in Press Garden. Opting not to go for those ring boxes there. Might be aiming for the big ring that is in the middle section, or might be foregoing Supersonic entirely. Definitely not getting a high amount of rings at the moment. Sitting at 24, you need the 50 for the transformation. Getting into this segment. Ooh, and there's Parker getting the hit in the deadly spike room like we talked about. That is going to cost a lot of rings there. Let's see if we're getting a better route here for Mushy. It's definitely looking a lot cleaner. Very nice there. No Tails Crush either. Jumping up to the top. Looking smooth. Looking clean. Love to see it. Parker, 36 rings here. Going to have to just take damage boost through the rest of the stage. Ideally, you want to be at super long before now. But see how... Oh, nice jump. Nice slide off the wall there to recover. This is going to make the boss fight quite interesting, though. So getting a 103 checkpoint into the boss fight. Boss fight is going to be quite easy. You're going to get 2 hits on the boss before it flies away. Take out its little mini forms that come out. And then it's going to be 4 hits. But because you're not invincible, it's going to be slightly harder. Oh, there's a hit on one of them. Still manages to get the second one, though. So Mushy can definitely make up some time here. So there's 2 hits. Tails getting 2. Going to get the spin that jump. Grabs the ring. Should be able to make that. Still gets the 1 cycle. Looking very clean there. I'll have to see if Mushy's going to get the supersonic transformation or will be getting hit by the spike wall as well in the deadly spike room. So here we go into the deadly spike room for Mushy. Gets a better cycle there. Gets the jump over. That is looking good. So we should be seeing supersonic from Mushy. Going to save some of that time. Grabs that set down there. Down to 38. Not going to have enough at the first section. You're going to be 4 short. Immediately going to get the jump though. Going to just go for the fall down. Looking good. Nice and speedy. Should transform now. Well, that's going to be perfect. So we're looking for a 103 quicker than that. Stardust Speedway Act 2 though, we're seeing Mushy going a slightly different, sorry, not Slushy, Parker going a slightly different route than we're used to seeing here. Normally we see a top route there with the rockets and the rings aiming for the big ring. Going down the very, very bottom of the stage here. Gets it over, has to hit the ring to recover and get back though. Doesn't have enough of the transformation. That's 2 spring. 1 more spring. That's going to be a 3rd spring. Can we get the 4th jump? He needs to jump over. Finally gets it. Looking good. Grabs the rings to get supersonic on the phase of Metal Sonic. So Metal Sonic here, 3-phase boss fight. We're going to see a running phase, a Silver Sonic phase, and a Metal Sonic Kai phase. 57 rings is going to be an interesting amount. I don't know if it's going to be enough or not for the entire segment, but we'll have to see how it goes. Getting that supersonic transformation just before the screen unlocks, so not losing time on the transformation. Meanwhile, we're seeing Mushy take the route on the top side here. Should be grabbing a lot of rings. Grabs the missile to go all the way up to the top. Jumps it through. Make sure we dodge the armadillo. Runs our way through. Circle number 1. Gets the jump up. Opting for the big ring route. Not grabbing the big ring though. Interesting. Goes with the big ring route. Does not grab the big ring. Here we are in the Silver Sonic phase for Parker though. Parker aiming for some good hits. That's 1. That's 2. Should get another 1. Is it going to be nice? Good RNG. Perfect RNG on that boss fight. No Silver Sonic dashes here. As we're going to go through. Mushy is definitely closing in on that lead. This is an interesting race. This is a very tight race at the moment. I'd love to see it. So we're going to get phase 3, the Metal Sonic Kai phase at the moment. Going to just stand towards his hitbox, making sure you're not in his hitbox because he might bump you backwards like Tails was just showing off there. You fall down, you die. Get the quick bounces off the box there. That is looking nice. We need to see if Mushy is going to be able to get the correct RNG as well. It is entirely RNG. Will we get any dashes from Silver Sonic here? That's 1. We're going to get another 2 as we run into Hydro City on Parker's side. That's 2 for Mushy. Can we get the 3? Oh, and he gets a dash. So we're going to have to wait and see for the 3rd one there. And then gets it. That is unfortunate there. A little bit of time loss for Mushy on that side. Nothing you can do about that. It is just luck of the draw. Hydro City though, interesting stage. We're going to be taking the top route, the middle route, and the bottom route all in the stages simultaneously. This is going to be a case of our runners are going to be trying to manipulate their way around the level where no checkpoints are and trying to meet a box cycle. It's going to be very, very tight. We don't know if Parker is going to be able to handle it right now. It's going to be slightly slow. Looks like it might be lost right now on this one. We'll see if they go for the backwards segment here. Needs to slow down. Oh, goes for the jump through anyway. Obviously considered not a major glitch. I appreciate that. So we're going to go round and in. Now again, the Supersonic getting the bubble as well. The bubble going to prevent Supersonic from drowning, which is always nice. Mushy on the heels though, will be doing the same at the 53. So we're definitely not getting the early cycle for Parker, which means a potential chance for Mushy here. Oh, unlucky getting caught by that as well. So getting that 103. Needs to drop down. Ooh, Parker playing with our emotions there. If you die at that boss cycle, you are sent back to the start of the stage. There are no checkpoints until you get to the boss fight. Playing with us there, that is dangerous. Also dangerous is the ring count at the moment. Should be enough to get past the next segment, but we do have a forced cutscene coming up. So the rings will slowly be draining in the cutscene as the game does continue running. So we're going to come down and we're going to see if it's going to be enough. 25 rings remaining, 23 down. Should be enough to get to the egg robo, but might not be enough to last through the entire boss fight. Mushy's making the cycle. Oh, well, that's a 10-second plus time save there on Mushy. You love to see it. Mushy coming up with that one. That is nice. Ooh. Then went through the ground. Not entirely sure if that's allowed on the glitches. We'll have to see what happens at the end of the race on that one. Usually falling through the floor is considered a major glitch there. But we'll have to see what the ruling on that one ends up being. Getting the fight against Robotnik here. Going to suck him up onto the fans. Just like he tried to do to you in Sonic 3. It is a reverse boss fight. Mushy has closed up that lead nicely. Remember, there is a 1 minute 16-second deficit at the moment, right on the heels of Parker here. Parker, of course, has the bubble shield. We should hopefully see the triple bubble bounce as we come through into Act 2. Going to skip a cycle, see if any of our runners are going to go for it. Doing the triple bubble bounce is dangerous because if you fall down to the bottom route, you're going to want to restart the stage. Let's see if we get it. So it goes 1, 2, 3. Beautiful triple bubble bounce from Parker there. Absolutely beautiful. Skips the cycle. That's exactly what you want to see. Mushy getting a very good boss fight here as well, with Eggman cooperating on the camera, being really close to the right-hand side of the fight there. Allows Mushy to get just a slightly quicker end time on the stage. Oh, beautiful wee bubble bounce there by Parker getting up the top. Still trying to hold on to this at the moment. It is neck and neck. It is pretty tight right now. Coming through, though, going to try and grab the rings. There should be a little set up here. Grabs the last one, ready into the supersonic transformation, and away we go. We're going to see Parker go down the slope here, about to turn, run back up the slope with supersonic, and then jump across, hitting the background there, allowing you to swap and skip a part of the level there. That is allowed because you're not doing anything that is considered a major glitch. You are just messing around with the background and the foreground layers. Skipping the booster there, having enough speed from the spin dash, jumping up, getting a nice loop jump there, grabbing all the way over, going down to the bottom, going to hit the spring here. So we're only at 37 rings for Mushy though, going to grab the 40, oh, plenty of rings for Mushy there, Tails is being good, grabs some too, jumps up, gets the transformation, about to see the same trick again on Mushy's side. Down to the bottom of the hill, you about turn, you turn around, you spin dash up, you get the jump, and away you go. Meanwhile, you just saw Parker do the exact same thing on the second set of the stage, shortening the stage down to about 1:30, then right on to the boss fight. This boss is supposed to be destroyed by using the mines that the game is going to give you. However, because you're supersonic, you're invincible, you also can hit the boss directly. So we're going to be using all the spikes, all the platforms that are in our way here to deliberately get extra hits on the boss, ending this phase significantly quicker here. Parker wants to see the spikes. We got the spikes. That should be pretty good, allowing Parker to get a nice quick kill, quick transition into phase 2. You can see Mushy right behind. Phase 2 is a nice simple phase here. You want to manipulate Tails to fly up, grab Sonic out of the water, using the invincibility just to sim the boss's hitbox and take out the kill. Let's see if Mushy gets similar RNG here on the phases here, because you can get different layouts. We want to see the good layout. Are we getting the good layout? That is looking good. The same layout so far, so no time loss, no time gain. Are we getting the spikes on this one too? No! So slight time loss there for Mushy compared to what Parker got. Parker now in Mirage Saloon. Auto scroller stage. There goes Knuckles. Oh no. Dropping down the boss for Knuckles there as well. Mushy opting for a different strat there. Just bouncing on the boss's head. Same result. The boss is dead. Getting the kill there. Getting the capsule. And then we're both into the auto scroller. Only thing you need to know about the auto scroller here is that our runners are wanting to grab and hold 50 rings to try and make the boss fight easier. They are not allowed to do train skip. Train skip is a major glitch. We'll see if any of them accidentally do it. But while we're on the auto scroller here, I'm going to hand over to our lovely host, Cousin Canip. If you've got anything you'd love to say, now is a great time.
I have tons to say. Yes, thanks for asking. Like, did you know, Argik, that we're only $20 away from hitting the triple bingo for Mario RPG? I feel like totally doable. Because right at the moment, I haven't had another donation just yet. But I feel like Chad could totally get that by the end of the run. That feels more than doable. I don't know.
$20? Definitely. See that triple bingo? You want to see more of the marathon, right?
Right?
Remember, all your donations are going towards a great cause as well, so why not?
Fantastic, yeah. And plus, not to mention, we kind of have like a mini New Game Plus block going on, because after this, we have Shovel Knight King of Cards. And if you've never seen King Knight do his thing, now you're going to see it New Game Plus, so he may do his thing even more. And not to mention, since we have a few seconds here, what do you think about the new Sonic game coming out? Do you think it's going to be good?
I'm hoping so. Give me 2 seconds there, because unfortunately we've just had the lead change as Parker has taken a death in the auto scroller. This is the worst place to take a death, because there is no way to make up that time.
Ooh. But yes, I was just going to say that's all I got for now. Keep bringing in their donations. We got more runs coming up, more incentives. Let's try and get that $20. And I'll pass it back to you, Argut.
No, thank you very much. To answer your question there, yes, I am very excited about Frontiers. Initially, I was a bit wary. I was apprehensive. But the more that I've seen after the initial IGN release, is like, I want it. I want it. That's what we're aiming for.
I 100% agree. It looks like they're aiming for the right ideas. Like they're trying something new, which is fun to see. I mean, new, but not scary new.
I know it's very scary, but we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
All right, so we see Mushy now in the lead, even with the deficit at the start there. That death was very, very costly for Parker, unfortunately. Parker asking, is the train skip a major skip? It is a major glitch. You are not allowed to do that in a no major glitches run. No major glitches is basically play the game as the devs intended as much as you possibly can. There's a little bit of wiggle room with certain things, but the train glitch is definitely a major glitch. So now we're on to the boss fight for Mushy. We're going to see... We want good patterns here. We want the Caterpillar to jump out 3 times in a row. Looking good for phase 1. Are we going to get the same on round 2? Or is it going to be a pain in the butt and go to the left or the right-hand side? It's went off to the left. We should get a double hit here. See what the last one is going to be. Is it going to be fun? We're getting the right-hand side. That is good. That is it for us. So you can see Parker there. This is what Parker was trying to do earlier. We're trying to do the spin dash strat on the plane. Unfortunately, just doing it at the wrong time, taking damage, not able to grab any of the rings or get the setup, costing the death there. But now we're going to see Mushy jumping into Mirage Saloon too. Mushy taking the lead, gets the lead on the commentary. This is going to be an interesting stage. It's going to be a fairly short stage. Going to be able to grab Supersonic fairly early on here. Grabbing a number of ring boxes that we've got scattered around, giving you a 330 rings. Then you're also going to grab the remainders on the loops and on the top of the loops to give you the 50 to transform. We're going to see a number of drop dashes, skipping a large chunks of the stage because of the speed that Supersonic can build up with his acceleration. And then we're going to get the jump from the gun there instead of launching through. Gets the nice bounce. Then we don't want to go up the very top. Oh, nope, don't want to go up there. Needs to come down. Looking good. Nice recovery. Down into the semi-middle route here, we see Parker doing the boss. Getting the triple there. Don't let me go. I think that's 4 hits already. I want to see another triple if the game's going to be nice. Oh, jumped out of the way though. Still gets the triple. If I was right, this should be the kill shot. It was the kill shot. So that was a 1-3-3. As we now see Mushy right into the next boss immediately. The boss is going to transform into a number of familiar characters from the video game. Going to do a single hit, then a double hit to switch phases. And then the different phases are the different characters. Of course, Supersonic here, all you're going to do is just, duck down. Nothing you really need to worry about. They can't hit you regardless with anything that they're using. Then we should get the final hit and head over into the oil ocean. Parker are going to have to try and do as much as they can to grab the rings. Still plenty of time to catch up. Still some of the later levels to come, especially with more crushing objects in stages like Metallic Madness and Lava Reef. So it is not over yet. Going through, gets the drop there, gets the nice bounces off the thing, does not make the mistake of going up to the top right, so should save a little bit of time compared to Mushy there. Mushy now in Oil Ocean, going to get the runs and the jumps over, going to try and see if we can get a nice cycle up the top there. Gets the jump, gets the bounce over, perfect little bounce over the platform there, landing onto the fire shield. You're going to grab the big ring. The big ring then going to allow you immediately transform into Supersonic to head up towards the top route, because we're going to have our cake and eat it too. Bottom route to grab the big ring to transform into Supersonic using his increased abilities to get back up to the top route now. Going to spin dash jumps all our way over. Going to go down towards the middle segment of the stage here. Big jump over. It's going to be interesting to see if Mushy makes the cycle. The pace is looking very good at the moment. We're going to jump up. We're going to see if we land on this. Cycle was very nice there. 38, 39. Jump it down. Going to get into a 43 boss fight, which is very, very nice. For Bob the Builder, though, even though he can fix it, he's not going to get a chance to, as we're just going to jump away, take him out, and that is going to be it. We now have an opposite level advantage at the moment. But the boss is done for Parker as well. Mirage still in there. So 1 act behind. Still plenty of chance to catch up. Act 1, Act 2 end screens. You love to see it. So we're going to run our way through now. Down into the other segment. Going in as we see this cycle here. So you're going to see the smog still on Mushy's screen. This is technically a glitch, but we allow it because all you're doing is just not activating the trigger by positioning yourself in the cutscene. Plus, if you restart the video game in this level, it happens anyway, so it's totally fine. As we see Parker getting the transformation there as well. Looking good to run through. Needs to still get that 43 cycle, same as Mushy did. You see Mushy trying to use the parachute to grab as many rings as we can, but not quite at the area. Should be getting a jump up towards the top. Maybe opting not for the transformation, though. We'll have to see. Grabbing the speed shoes instead. Gets the jump up to the side. Normally we see a super transformation at this point. Gets the rings right now. Going to use the speed shoes with the parachute, as that combination is faster than supersonic at the moment. But the moment those speed shoes run out, you probably want to see a transformation. That's going to be a 47, so it's going to be a 49 entry for Mushy there. For Parker even. Parker, Mushy, Parker. Get them right.
Hey, guess what? I got some exciting news.
You do?
We raised the $20. Let's go.
Hey!
Yeah. Zahir saying close race so far. Let's see a clean ending. What do you think? Let's see if we can do it.
Oh, most definitely. We want to see that clean ending. Zahir, thank you very much for that $20 donation as well for the Canadian Cancer Society. All right, so we're on the boss fight here. Again, not much to say about these boss fights. They are quite literally a case of you are invincible until you're not. In this case, you can still die in the oil. Don't die in the oil. That's not what you want to see there. But we are seeing Parker trying to catch up, coming through, grabbing more rings than Mushy, which means we might see an early super transformation here. Using the increased acceleration might be good. Looking good at the moment. Gets the jump over. Going to see the transformation. Not quite. Not getting the speed shoes, though. There's the transformation as we come into Lava Reef Zone on Mushy's side. This is my favorite stage in the game. Good old Lava Beef. Called Lava Beef because Arg can't spell and they ended up doing Lava Beef instead of Lava Reef, and the splits and it became a thing. So now we're going to keep running our way down here. We should see to the top route right now. Only time we're going to go off the beaten track to grab some rings. Simply because there's a big amount of them there. Ooh, missing one. That's a dangerous game there by Mushy. Looking good. Grabs the rings on that side, still transforms in time. That is fine. Ideally, you want to grab 50 at the very top there and transform immediately, not to run the risk. Again, the longer you have 50 rings and you are not in Supersonic, the more likely you are to lose them, and they make the rest of the level harder for you. So we're going to drop our way down here now. We're just going to run our way through the stage. You can see if we get the jump there. No, lands onto the roof there. That's going to mess up with the muscle memory a little bit because you want to try and get up there immediately and then make the cycle. Going to come down. Should be all right. Gets a nice big jump halfway up there. Gets the other half. Oh, not quite high enough. Has to jump a second time. Runs our way through. Does not get crushed. That's always nice. Spin dash. Runs it down. Going to get trolled by the sub-pixels. No sub-pixel troll here. Very nice, smooth segment there. Under the crusher. Make sure you don't get caught. Let's see if we get a big stair jump here as Parker. Now entering Lava Reef. Do we get a stair jump for Mushy? Oh, 3/4 of the way there. Very nice. Beautiful jump. I wonder if Parker can get the full jump. Jumping over down now. This is a nice smooth little part of the stage here. Just the supersonic speed. It's what you want to see. Speed coming through. Everything looking good. Parker needs 8. Oh, only manages to grab that. Should. Yep, opting to go grab them for safety. Do not blame him. I would do the same. As we're going to go through, we're going to go round down to the bottom segment now. Boss time for Mushy. This boss is invincible until it has been hit by lava twice. It has super armor that gets superheated and then breaks up. You need to stand on the area where the rocks are to reveal the lava. If you stand on an area where the lava is already revealed, it'll drop a spike ball down instead. Once we have seen the second middle there become vulnerable, you can grab and get the extra hits, and it allows you to finish the boss. If this boss never messed with lava, you'd never be able to kill it. Why does Eggman always make a weakness in his robots? We'll never know. Parker making light work of the stage as well. That's a 212 there on Mushy's side. Let's see if Parker is able to catch up a little bit. Getting up to the top there. We'll see if we can get a nice big jump coming up here as we are in Lava Reef 2 on Mushy's side. Will we get a nice stair jump on Parker? Jumps up. Ooh, gets a third as well. Gets the 3/4, should I say, to get up there. As we gotta go in. So we're going to get the jump all the way over there. We're going to see Tails flying up there. Going to go in and grab the big ring. Immediate transformation from Mushy because there's a lot of fire towers, but not having much luck here. Needs to actually fall down to the bottom there. Getting up to the top is not what you want to see. Making a little bit of a platforming snafu. So we're going to run away and up to the top. So we're going to make sure you don't get crushed by any of the little blocks that are going to be coming around. Not opting to grab the checkpoint either. Falls down, gets the checkpoint the second time. Unintentional checkpoint grab, but a checkpoint grab nonetheless. So we're grabbing the lightning shield as well. Supersonic plus the lightning shield is the best combination that you can get because the passive effect of the lightning shield is magnetizing rings. You can have as many of these rings coming towards you as you can. Keep you in supersonic for longer, which is exactly what you want to see. Drops down. Going to be it for Mushy now. Going to drop down to the bottom right here. Hands on the drop dash. Can we get a nice drop dash over? Yes, we can. Straight over the lava. Not having to worry about the platforms due to the invincibility. Looking good. As we get to go through. Lava Reef 2 is also not allowed, Parker. No major glitches. As we're being asked here. To do the stages normally. No major glitches. As we run our way through onto the area here. So what this means for Parker is Parker's going to grab the big ring and then also go down the bottom route and not try and clip into the block. Clipping into the block will put you into the wall, which allows you to go the top route, which is also a major glitch. So, while we wait for Parker to do that, we've got Mushy on the boss fight here. Heavy Rider and Jimmy. Want to take out Jimmy, the Motobug, and Heavy Rider as quickly as you can. 8 hits required. But hitting Jimmy will bounce you off. Hitting the Rider is where you want to be. That is looking very, very good. As we run our way through to the Metallic Madness. Now, I have one question for you all, folks. Is this next stage anime? Is it anime? I say it's anime. Parker just getting some jumps going our way through here on this area. It is looking good at the moment. Gonna get these jumps up and through and see just how it turns out. Getting the nice bounces up on Mushy's side. So Parker should be safe now on the top route. We need to see if Mushy's going to handle Metallic Madness 1 here. This is a case of if you fall down to the bottom route, you want to restart the stage because the bottom route is very, very slow. The gimmick of this stage has the ability to send you into the background. We will see it towards the end of the stage. But in the first minute or so here, you do not want to go into the background. We want to fall all the way down and we want to get our way through. There is a distinct lack of rings on Mushy's side at the moment right now. Those are going to be interesting to see where the super transformation is going to come in. So we're going to jump over, keep jumping through. We should get it towards the... Oh, going down to the bottom there. Is there enough rings to get a transformation at this point? Making a brilliant cycle. Oh, no! And we spoke too soon there. Jumps over, lands on the spikes. That's not what you want to see. There may just be enough rings between them, but no, there's not. I'm going to take that back. There is not. This is going to be a superless boss fight for Mushy there. Boss fight is, of course, the Sonic 1 piston boss. The 2 pistons are going to come down. Eggman is going to be in one of them. This is going to happen 4 times. Then we're going to go into the desperation phase, and he's going to appear out in the 4th pillar. The problem is, between each hit, you get those lightning balls. Those lightning balls can do significant damage, and that is not what we want to see. So we got Parker in the Heavy Rider fight right now, getting a good couple of hits there. This is going to be an interesting time for Parker to catch up. This boss fight is a bit of a pain in the butt without having super there. Tails showing you what happens if you don't move out of the way and down there getting squished. As we get to go through, jumping in as well. Tails just not having a great time on this one. Jumps our way through, gets the 4 here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The boss appears, you hit him some more. We take a look at Parker now. Gets the jump onto the yellow spring. That means the damage boost is boosted the wrong way. Gonna have to redo the damage boost, but did have the ring there. Oh, that's a big jump. That's dangerous. Oh, and he still makes it through, though. This is good. Parker doing very well to recover there on that one. That is a lot harder than it looks when your muscle memory is fighting against you. Well played by Parker on that segment to stay on that route. Keeping it going, grabbing the rings as well. Looks like not going to see super until a similar point. Hopefully we don't see any accidental spike grab, but we'll see what happens. Down on the other side, though, we do have Mushy into the Act 2. We're going to see the foreground layer, background layer, Swapperino coming in. Drop down, we get the Chibi Sonk. Are we going to see Chibi Super Sonk, though? We're at 45, and oh my Parker, that was close. Going to see a super transformation for Parker at least, but that should not have. Whoa, lordy, that was tight. How did you manage to land on that? I do not know. Mushy coming down into the air with the tiny supersonic here, managing to get the jump through. Unfortunately, taking damage already, so it's just going to be a lot of damage boosts through the rest of the stage. Not making that cycle at all, though. This stage not going well for Mushy there. Jumping just really early there, not getting squished. I don't know how. Falling down, though. This is going to be really, really bad. We're going to see if they can get through. They're going to have to wait on some cycles. This is perfect time for Parker to try and catch up. So we've got the fire shield. We're going to jump through. We're going to jump over. Should be able to make the cycle there. No, but hitting the spring. Needs to go for it again. Is going to get stuck again. Needs to take it a little bit slowly. Having to wait on the cycle now. Already up at 108, 109. You want to be in the boss by this time. So Mushy definitely not having a good time on this stage. As we have Parker in the boss fight, though. Looking good so far. Still having the supersonic means no chance to miss any of the hits. Needs to not get the squish. There's the transformation coming out for Mushy just in time for the boss fight. Still one act between the runners here. Coming up towards the end of the run, though. We've got 2 more levels after this. We've got Titanic Monarch and then into the Egg Reverie. Because we love a good reverie at the end of the run here, don't we? Super Smolnik indeed. We'll see some more Super Smolnik on Parker's side here. Taking out all the little mini enemies on Mushy's side with the boss there. Then we're going to see if we get some surprise Eggman. Lovely surprise Eggman. Tails being a good boy. Hitting the boss off the screen. Eggman dropping down. Parker looking to be grabbing the correct amount of rings to get Super Smolnik at the start here. Super Smolnik going to come out. Going to play. It should be nice. Opting for the transformation. Yes or no? Looking tight. Looking interesting. There's the transformation. That's what you want to see. On a Titanic Monarch 1 for Mushy, though. The final hardest stage in the run, in my opinion. Biggest stage. A lot of people time over in this one the first time you play through. These runners experience, though. They know where they need to go. It's going to be a fairly glitchless run as well. Will we see Tails fly up here, or will he be a troll? He is flying up with Mushy. That is looking good. Parker on a very good pace to try and just get the 58. That might be missing. Just going to miss the 58, though. Oh, and that's spoke to no. Oh. I'm so sorry. The commentator's car's coming in full effect here. Needs to make sure it doesn't get squished by the platforms like Tail just did. You need 4 to get up there, and then you can get out. I was saying things were going so well. I'm so sorry. Drops down. Meanwhile, Gravity Orbs on Mushy's side. Needs to run through. Does get the transformation. Doesn't get enough height to clip through, though. Needs to go in. Will we get some wonky camera? Will wonky camera work it or not? So we run our way through, run our way in. We're going to go up to the top section here. We do not get wonky camera. Wonky camera works fine there. Gets the bounces up and round. Getting a clean boss fight on Parker's side. Needs to see if we can get the kill there. No crush on Mushy, which is good. We're going to go into the other side here. Run to the other side. I wish there was Caster's Cures. If there was Caster's Cures, I would happily use them. Unfortunately, all we have are curses at the moment. But that is a perfect title, I will say. As we're going to run our way through, bouncing up to the top. We're going to go to the boss fight with Mushy here. Smooth drop dash up to the side, onto the gravity orbs, up to the very top. Going to get to Crimson Eye. Crimson Eye doesn't have anything to worry about. It is 8 hits on phase 1, 8 hits on phase 2. We have Parker trying to catch up here. Going for the restart there. Not sure why we bother on the restart on that one, but if Parker feels like it is required, we get that restart. Runs our way through, runs our way in, aiming to keep the rings. I'm imagining it is because of the ring loss there. So we're going to go in, run to the other side. We're going to drop down on Parker's side. We're going to see if we get Tails to help out again. Tails should come down at the right time. Did not wait for Tails. We're going to be seeing the other route then, unless you're going to wait for Tails to manipulate. But that's a dangerous game. Going for the spin dash jump again, and Tails did not jump. So Tails is being a troll. So now we're going to see Parker switch up to the other side. This is expected. Unfortunately, sometimes Tails does be a little troll like that. He doesn't want to carry you up to the top. Now we're going to see Titanic Monarch 2 on Mushy's side. We've got 4 different areas you need to go through. Top left, top right, bottom right. We're always going to start with the bottom left. The reason for this is because this area has a lightning shield in its hidden exit. Once again, combining Supersonic with the lightning shield to give you enough rings to take out the boss. We're going to see a nice big jump up to the top there. The fact that Supersonic can make that is absolutely phenomenal. Ark is learning things as we're going through, getting a good cycle there, bouncing around, going to hit the spring, going all the way through. This is going to take us up to the orb. Going to use the orbs to go around onto the other side. Going on to the right takes you to the secret exit that will contain the lightning shield. 3 other routes to go. We should see the top left being next. Top left here has our lovely favorite item, the pistons. If you're in between the pistons as they pass each other, they will crush you. You'll be sent right back to the next checkpoint. You can see Mushy here taking it super safe, getting on the right piston there, moving over to the left, allowing you to go back up. Then we're going to go all the way through to the left-hand side. Going to take you to another one of these orbs, another set of the moving platforms as well. Going to make sure you dodge these spikes on the side. That way you don't get crushed. Taking you to the standard exit on this stage, and you should be finished. Although we might see the secret exit, depends if he falls down there or not. Parker, however, coming up to the Crimson Eye fight in Titanic Monarch Act 1 here. Yep, getting the hidden right there. Getting rid of the lightning shield. That's a dangerous game by Mushy. So the rings will no longer magnetize to Mushy. Leave 70 odd is going to be enough. Depends on what is going to happen. See how this goes. That was an interesting move. So it's going to be maintaining rings for Super towards the final boss here. Harder than it needs to be. They'll pick up the rings that are on the beaten track there, but you see big sets of rings like that that are just not being grabbed. Down to our last one on the bottom right. Should be running all the way through with Supersonic. Gonna run across, gets the bumpers as Parker is entering Titanic Monarch 2. Unfortunately, at this point, it is Mushy's game to lose. I'll have to see how it goes, but Parker could still finish with a really solid time here. As we're gonna go in, down to the bottom. That big jump on Mushy's side, straight over, gets blown up by the fan. Should jump to the secret, opting not to. Gonna go out the basic route here. Oh no, tries a different way. Interesting drop dash strat coming out. Grabs the fire shield, has 89 rounds, should be more than enough for Mushy entering the boss fight here. The boss fight is a piece of cake. We are invincible. The boss is invincible until he drops his shield. When he drops his shield, we'll get 4 or 5 hits each cycle. Repeat the cycle 4 times until he dies. Parker there with a bit of swag, jumping on to the wall there at a very strange angle, giving you the boost that allows you to get up the top, just missing the cycle on the pillar there. Only at 33 rings as well, not enough to transform into Supersonic. However, should be getting the lightning shield fairly soon, allowing you to get the rest of the rings. Up to 48 there. Should be over to the right-hand side of the room again. As we're going to go around, we're going to go up into the area, down to the bottom. That should be it. Gets the transformation next when we transform. Should be transforming at the piston section. Tried to get a piston jump there, didn't get it. The piston stopped him. Interesting, we've not seen the transformation yet. Not going to be able to transform until we land on the platform back up to the top here. As we're going to go through, jumping up to the top. That's what we're looking for in this segment. Still no transformation, using the lightning shield instead. Tries to go for the double jump, and the double jump falls and pushes you back down. As we see the final hit done on Mushy there. Now we're going to head into the final stage of this boss fight. We are going to potentially see a new PB here for Mushy on this one. Remember, we are removing approximately 1 minute 16 from the time, as Mushy did start slightly later on the run. They have to do some retiming on this. On to Egg Reverie, the final fight of the run. Heavy King and Dr. Robotnik are fighting over the Phantom Ruby here, using its powers to try and power each of their ships. We're going to see the Heavy King take the reins first. Heavy King is the harder of the 2 boss fights on this one. We'll be fighting them simultaneously. They'll keep swapping around between us. Gets the first hit on the boss there. Then Eggman comes in. Eggman is a little pushover. Let him tap you with his fist and then run right into him. Boss is done. Meanwhile, Heavy King, however, is going to be a little bit of a bit of Parker. Just got the squish. Just got the squish on the pistons. That is not what you want to see. There is not enough rings to transform into Super in the area that Parker is at. And he didn't even get the checkpoint either. Well, no, he did get a checkpoint. It's fine. It's fine. We're still okay. Parker can recover. Oh, dearie me. That is not what you want to see. But back to the boss fight here, just on Parker. Heavy King, the one that is the pain in the butt, because he summons an orb of rings, or a ring of orbs even, to block your passageway. You try and sneak a spin dash through the orbs to get a quick hit. Otherwise, you have to bulk into the orbs and hope you make your way through. Parker, though, trying to make up from that deficit there. It's going to be hard. I don't even think there's a big ring on the route that they could get at this point. And the lightning shield is gone as well. Definitely making this Titanic Monarch 2 harder than it needs to be, unfortunately. As we see the last couple hits coming in. Time is coming up on the final hit on Eggman for Mushy. I will let you know when that timer is coming in. And the final hit is... Now that is time for Mushy. Time for Mushy on that side. If my calculations were correct, that was a 53.04 or an 05. Take out the minute 16 there. That is going to be a high 51, which should be a new PB for Mushy on that. That is really nice. That is really, really good. As we have Parker coming into the boss fight, not having super though. So this is going to be slightly harder than we wanted it to be. So we're going to go through on this segment. Confirmation on the time there, 51.50. As we see Parker doing the harder boss fight here, does not have the lightning shield, nor having the... Doesn't have the lightning shield, plus also doesn't have supersonic to protect him from the invincibility. Got the first one down though, which is good. Takes the second one out as well. As long as Eggman is still losing the tentacles that he has, holding him to the ground there, or to the ceiling should we say, he is able to make the fight easier and easier. So, commiserations on the race here, but can still see a solid finish. Runners gave a 110 estimate, but honestly, both runners coming comfortably under that estimate, which is absolutely fantastic. Just jumping through one more set on this boss. Needs to get the jump. Going to go through. Gets the final hit there. There we go from Parker. On to the final fight for Parker as well. Take this one home, buddy. You've got this. Take this one home. This is what you want to see. Having a look, going through. We've got the Heavy King fight once again. Egg Reverie here. Running in, running through. We're going to see the fight once again. Eggman and them going at it. You're going to want to bump against the Eggman. You want to make sure you get through the rings if you can. Not as easy as it once looks. So here we go. Get the first hit. The first hit is very nice. You hit off one orb and away you go. We're going to jump through onto the area now. We're going to see how this goes. Will we see what this turns out to be? We'll see if we get any good hits there. Nope, there's the bonk off you one. Manages to get a nice sneak in there though, which is very nice. Interesting that Parker hangs at the left-hand side of the stage on this one. See what the boss is going to do again. It's coming up through the left there, tries to get the hit. That is really nice. Is that consistent? Is this a consistent strat? As long as the boss pops up on the left-hand side. Here we have the double ring. Now, this is where the boss gets to be a bit of a pain in the butt. You're tempted to jump and chase him. You do not want to jump and chase him because he will just fly higher and higher. Time coming up for for Parker as well. Very, very soon here. Last couple of hits. We need to just get through those orb rings. Boss being a pain in the bum, firing those Phantom Ruby powered blasts. Gets the hit in there. Another couple of hits, and then this is going to be time on this run. Waiting for it. Gets the hit. We're almost there. Jumps it in. One more hit on the Heavy King, if I've calculated it right. Eggman going up. This should be it. It's bumped up there. There's the hit, and that time is coming up. And time. There you go. GG's. 56-49 there for Parker. A 51-50 for Mushy as well. Having a look at speedrun.com as well, as we have Mushy there saying that run is a world record. It's not just a PB. It is a world record for the category by 25 seconds. I hope you've all enjoyed the run here. Please do follow both our runners if you can. Give them all the love from that run there. What a fantastic race that was. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to hand it over to Cousin Catnip here to take us out on that one. Mushy, Parker, great job.
Hey, it happens, man. Sometimes
Yeah,
you just
don't
gotta
worry
roll those
about it.
punches.
Yeah, like it hams, the nerves and that get to you, but be proud of your performance there. It was a
The game
great
was-
performance. It was a great race.
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, it was
and then-
As a host here, it was a fantastic run to watch. The lead change, the different like tricks and technical stuff that gets shown off. It was a fantastic.
That's
time.
mushy for the world record, though.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
apparently we got
so-
to see you went up against a world record run. Like you can't
Yeah,
ask for a
no
better
way.
race.
That's a world record, dude. I'm not that good at this category. I didn't even. But I used those glitches in the run, not knowing they were like.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
Glitches, so
It's all a learning experience, right?
like I was gonna go for M1 skip, and I was gonna get M1 skip, and then I was like, wait, what? No, it's not legal. Oh gosh, panic, and then I died.
But you adapted, right?
Yeah, I adapted while losing a minute and a half.
Hey, it was still underestimate, and that's pretty much all we could ask for, right?
Exactly. All right. Speaking of being underestimated, I think we want to try and keep the marathon on schedule. So I
Yeah.
think we will hand it over.
Cool.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Thank you for being here. Make sure to give a follow to our runners, Argic as well as a commentator,
Oh yes,
and
follow.
thank you all for joining us.
Yeah, see ya.
See ya.